Okie dokie. You want to come and sit down. Wonder if anyone has any questions about practice so far. As you come out of the darkness into the light, huh? Any questions? No? Okay. So, if you'd like to start with your knees wide, sitting on your heels, simple Mandukasana, so big toes together, knees wide apart. Good morning if you're just joining. Just started. Sitting in simple Mandukasana. Just let your eyes close as you sit onto the heels. And lengthen gently from the base of the skull upwards. The eyes and mouth closed. Relax your jaw. And just place your tongue lightly against the upper palate. You can put it right behind the upper ridge of the teeth. It stimulates the wind element. If you need a bit of fire today, you can place it in the center of the palate. Relates to the element of fire. Relaxing your jaw, relax the corners of the lips. And you're just going to lightly tap the thymus gland, so just above the heart. Stimulating the production of T cells that fight disease. And we're going to come up to the eyebrow center. So right between the eyebrows, stimulate the pituitary glands. And then just above the eyebrow center and higher up, stimulate the hypothalamus. And then we work back to just the top of the head, stimulates again the hypothalamus, the thalamus glands. And then slightly back, very top of the head, stimulates the pineal gland. All of which very important in our hormonal production. And then relax your hands down, with the eyes closed again. Just pay attention to the feeling on the head. As you take a moment to invite any of your guides, teachers, loved ones, God Self, to connect to your consciousness. Inviting any and all entities of benevolent energy that are aligned with the awakening of humanity and the healing of the earth to connect to your consciousness. Panchamama, Gaia consciousness, connecting to your consciousness. Inviting the golden light, divine consciousness, to be drawn in through the crown, the eyebrow center, into the brain, into the organs surrounding your whole being, with love compassion, happiness, joy. Bring an inner smile to yourself, to your brain, your eyes. Start with a smile on your lips, as if there is a bright golden sun shining right into your face. Bring that smile down into your organs, into the lungs and the heart and the chest. Smiling down into the liver on the right, stomach, spleen on the left, the intestines in the center, and the kidneys in the back. Right down into the bladder, below the navel, sexual organs, behind, below the pubic bone. Inviting that bright golden sunshine to permeate every cell, every atom of your body. The amazing thing, the sun doesn't even have to be out to connect to its consciousness. Or up, in this case. And bring your palms together, we're going to rub the palms. Bring a little heat into your hands. And then as you pat the eyes, so keep the hands cupped, open and closing the eyes as you pat the eyes. Then take your thumb and your fist and using your thumb knuckle, circle at the temples. Then rubbing down the center line, the eyebrow center, with the thumb knuckle, or knuckles. And bring your thumbs back to your temples. Using your index finger knuckle, rub across the eyebrow. And then over the eyelid. And then under the eyelid, relating to the kidneys. And 2 fingers either side of the bridge of the nose. Move up into the eye sockets, inner eyes, inner corners of the eyes, circling. Then taking your thumb back in your fist, use the thumb knuckle again to the bridge of the nose, slightly to the side of the bridge, sinuses. Good to keep them open and clear this time of year particularly. Down and wider, lower sinuses. And 2 straight fingers back of the ear, rub. And then like rubbing 2 coins between your fingers and the ear itself. Come down the ear. And then pulling on the earlobes. Then we move, so coming down the throat and pinching at the same time the thyroid glands. Pinched towards each other, thumb and fingers, and downwards. Okie dokie, good morning. Now, come and stand up. We do some of our tapping. So let's start with the sacrum, so loose tap. Back of the hip. Now we're going to just do one leg at a time today. So using your right fist, back of the thigh. back of the knee, calf, right in the belly of the calf. Come up just above the knee on the inside. Then come up into the belly of the thigh. Then right up into the groin, quad. Do that one more time. Buttocks. Back of the thigh. Back of the knee. Belly of the calf. Just above the knee on the inside. Belly of the thigh. Right into the groin. Relax, just pay attention to the right leg compared to the left. Feel the difference? And then we're going to the back, so left side, buttock. Belly of the thigh. Back of the knee. Belly of the calf. Inner top of the, just above the knee on the inside. Belly of the thigh. Right into the groin. And go again. Buttock. Belly of the thigh. Back of the knee. Belly of the calf. Just above the knee on the inside. Belly of the thigh. Groin. Relax, compare left and right. And we're going up top, so right side. Just base of the top of the shoulder, trapezius muscle. And you're going to work your way to the very top of the tricep. Down into the belly of the tricep. Just above the elbow. On the elbow. Center of the forearm. Back of the wrist. Turn the palm over. Center of the palm. Keep the fist loose. Wrist. Underside of the wrist. Center of the forearm. On the underside. Inner elbow. Just above the elbow on the bicep. Belly of the bicep. Back to the shoulder. When you move just a little slightly bit faster, just work your way down, but mark those points. Belly of the tricep, just above the elbow, elbow, center forearm, back of the wrist, palm, bottom of the wrist, center of the forearm, inner elbow, just above the elbow, bicep, right in the belly of the bicep. Now we lift the arm up, work into the armpits, down the side towards the top of the hip. Just do that a few times. And relax that up. And just compare the feeling from that right side to the left. feeling all the way down to the fingertips. And when you do this side, so move the head slightly to the right, top of the shoulder. Work that back of the arm, so belly of the tricep, just above the elbow, on the elbow, center of the forearm, back of the wrist, palm, bottom wrist, forearm center, elbow, just above it, bicep, belly of the bicep, back of the arm again, just above the elbow, elbow, forearm center, wrist, palm, on the wrist, forearm center, inner elbow, just above it, belly of the trunk of the bicep, lifting the arm, under the armpit, down the side body, and relax, compare left and right arms. And then we just finish with the kidneys, so tap above the kidneys, a little gentler maybe on the kidneys, don't give them the wrong idea. Just above them, the adrenal glands. And then if you come down towards the sacrum, or where we started, and relax. Now keep your feet parallel. Slight bend in your knee as we shake the tree. So start with your weight in the feet. Paying attention to the ankle bones, the bones in the feet as you shake. Freeing the joints from the feet to the ankles. And then moving up to the knees. Freeing the back to the knees. As you move up into the hip sockets. Freeing the hip socket. And the sacrum. Tailbone, freeing sacrum, tail. And then counting your blessings as you move up each large vertebrae of the lumbar. 5 lumbar. And moving up into the thoracic spine. From T12 up to 12 vertebrae of the thoracic. Up between the back ribs, up between the shoulder blades. Your arms start to come into it. Right up towards T1, top of the shoulder, and then into the neck. See 7 large cervical vertebrae. Right up into the base of the skull. So now all the legs, spine, and then we work down into the shoulder again, and then into the elbows, into the wrists, to the fingers, and then bring a little bit of freedom and movement as you work the arms, wrists, hips, spine. Uninhibited movement, let yourself go. bring that to a slow stop. And the feeling, movement in the blood, the chi circulating the body. Good, and we move through the joints, so starting with the right foot back, press down, rolling out. Rolling in. Changing, press down, rolling out. And rolling in. Feet shoulder distance, head forward and around to the right. Shoulders passive, focus on the crown, pause in the center, change direction. Pause in the center, then we do the crane neck, chin forward, back, in, forward, back, in. Other way, forward, down and in. Relax, then head to the left. Look over your left shoulder, keep the right shoulder facing forward. Use your eyes, back and down with your eyes. Lengthen the base of the skull up. Then take the eyes only, take them up. Like you're looking right up into the stars. And relax the eyes, bring the head to center, to the other side. Looking back and down with the eyes, base of the skull lengthening up. And take the eyes up. Base of the skull up. Relax the eyes, hit the center, and we work with the shoulders, so lifting from the collarbones, from the thymus gland. And then from the shoulder blades, other way. Relax, now lift from the thymus gland again, up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale up, exhale down. One more. Hands together, interlace, keep the elbows close, rolling on the wrists. Changing direction. Then pause. Now, like we did last on Tuesday, I think, interlace the fingers from the back of the fingers, palms together, roll, or base, or heel of the hand together. Changing direction. And releasing. We're going to bend the knee slightly. So remember, the screwing of the knee has to screw slightly out and down. Locks you into the shin. And then with a loose fist, we just turn from the waist. Now, the front hand taps the navel. Be gentle if you have to. The back hand taps the door of life, directly opposite your navel. Let your head turn. Try not to move your hips, keep the knees screwing out and down. So you isolate the waist. So it's not the shoulder. Some of you are hello. Some of you are tapping the shoulder. It's the belly and the back of the hip. Belly and the back, not up here. It's different. Yeah? Down here. And I'm not swinging the arms around my waist. Okay, stop for a sec. Have a look. Stop. Some of you are still doing this. So I've given you a few different versions so I can understand the confusion. There's the one where you're going top of the shoulder, back of the hip. Then we were doing the swing, which was the swinging around the kidneys, the liver. But now I'm asking you to tap here and tap here. That's it. Okay, we'll get to the other ones, but tap here. So again, belly, opposite the navel. Belly, opposite the navel. Okay, now hands on the hips. Circle the waist of the hip. Change direction. Stepping in, bend the knees, just forward and back. As you go back, don't lock. Circle the knee to the right. And to the left. Then forward and away from each other in a circle. Then out and in, other way. Coming up. Feet shoulder distance apart. We do the spinal breathing. So thumb in the fist. Lift your tailbone, elbows back. Gaze up 45 degrees. Inhale. As you step in, take your waist back, sacrum forward, elbows forward. Stepping out, inhale. Stepping in, exhale. Stepping out, inhale. Step the other foot in, exhale. Same foot out. Other foot in. 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 Keep going a couple more rounds, alternating the stepping out. Try to isolate the T5 between the shoulder blades, kidneys, sacrum. One more set. Next time you step, inhale, just step out, and exhale, relax. And we do swimming with the dragon. Fist at your hip. Inhaling. As you exhale, swing the hip back, punch, turn the wrist down, empty, wrist up. Inhale, drive the hip forward, move them up the spine, head forward or back. Exhale, drive the hip back. Empty, turn the wrist. Inhale, drive the hip forward. Exhale, navel back, hip back. Empty, turn the wrist. Inhale. Exhale. Find a comfortable range for the head. Make sure you use the legs pushing down to drive the hip forward, spine in. One more. Next time you come up, just stand up, fist to the waist. And exhale, hands down. Very good. Heels together. Separate the big toes wide like Charlie Chaplin feet. In the first stance, ladies left, gents right, below the navel, other hand on top. And pause here as you press from the top of the shin down into the heel. Lengthen up through the base of the skull. Tongue up in position. Inhale into the space behind the hands, below the navel. Inhale again. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep the heels touching, pressing down. As you bend your knees, relax the tail down. There's a slight lift in the space behind your hands. So just be aware you're not doing this. Yeah? This space has to lift up. This has to drop down. Kidneys are full. Then work the shin, the top of the shin, towards the heels. Let the ball of the foot spread evenly on the floor. So you could bend your knees more, get your weight down on your feet. And we make a ball. So your left hand comes on top at the height of the collarbone. Your right hand is below the navel, like you've got a big beach ball. Don't throw your elbow up in the air. It should be just outside of the shoulder. Curl the fingers, focus on the space between the palms, from palm to palm. Fingertips curl towards each other slightly. The fingertips have their own energy centers. So you feel like there's a slight vortex swirling at the tips of the fingers and the center of the palm. So you can even spiral the hands ever so slightly, fingertips spiraling towards each other. Then we change as you inhale. Keep the shape of the ball. Exhale, hold the ball. Spiral the palm, spiral the fingertips slightly. So your bottom hand should be below your navel. I see some of you are still above it or in line with it, below it. Base of the skull lengthening up, Tailbone sinking down. Then take hold of a small ball, horizontal ball between your hands, below your navel. Feel the fingertips, the center of the palm, magnetically charging towards each other. It's like a pulsing. Keep the fingers soft. And palms down slowly. Straighten the legs, push into the feet to straighten. Relax the hands, then separating the feet, shoulder distance, feet parallel, make sure they're dead straight please. Palms facing forward. Inhale as you sweep the arms out, reach from the armpit to the fingertips. Holding the breath at the top, lower the hands, head level. From eye level, exhale. Feel the center of the palms again. Empty. Palms forward. Reach out. Inhale. Holding. Exhale. Palms forward. Inhale. Holding. Exhale. The knees bend, the elbows bend, hold the ball. Inhale. So work the shin to the heel again. So the first stance, the feet very close, turned out. Now the feet parallel, wider. Changes the feeling of the same principles. Let your weight relax on the feet, working into the heels, shin bone pressing back and down without gripping the buttocks or the thigh muscles. Base of the skull lengthening up, chin slightly down and in, tongue in position. Exhale fully. We're in the shifting, so inhale shifting to the right. Exhale, take the weight down. Try not to stick your hip out. Yeah? Keep the navel as your point of focus. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Feel yourself grounding down into the earth through the leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, sink. Push into the foot. Inhale, center. Exhale, change. Sink. Keep going with your own rhythm. Inhale, center, and exhale, relax the arms. So now if you remember the first swing, so you're going to shift just like you've been shifting, and shifting to the right, swing to the right. Shifting to the left, swing to the left. Remember the shift evenly. Try not to move from your hips and your shoulders. Now the arms swing around the hip, the lower dantian. And keep the head forward and turn the waist back. Keep the head forward, turn the waist back. You have to shift first, then the turn. Shift first, then the turn. Not turn first, shift first. Don't turn your head, please. Keep your head looking straight ahead. Okay, straight ahead. So this works the organs, wakes up the organs in the pelvis. Now the second swing. Next time you go to the left, turn the right heel forward, turn towards that heel. So now you're shifting, turn towards the foot that turns forward. You stay on the ball of the foot and turn the heel forward, turn the inner heel as you lift it. Now the arms are wrapping around the liver, the spleen, so the middle dantian. The head can turn back now. Let me have a look at you. And you shift, make sure the knee you're shifting towards bends straight ahead, doesn't pull in. Not bad. Okay, keep going. We'll just do a few more rounds. So even if you only had time to do two of these, the first and second swing, do it for like 5 minutes. And at least waking up the inner body. Then come back to the center and just walk gently on the spot. You're going to brush down the front of the body. Yeah. What's the question?
When you say the first shift and then turn, how do you do it?
In the first swing.
In the first one.
So what you're doing is you're turning. So when I'm shifting is the first thing, right? And then I have to turn towards that shift. And you see? So I shift, and then as I turn the waist, I have to screw down into the foot. So I work the groin, and I work the waist slightly. It's not going to be the same twist as this one, because you're not turning the ball of foot. It's a smaller twist, but it's like this screwing action in the lower pelvis towards the groin. Does that make sense, Donata? Yeah, it does. It does. But you have to make sure that at least at the beginning, you're shifting and then turning. When you're used to it, you're doing the two at the same time, yes. But you got to make sure that you don't just turn without doing the shift first. Yeah, because you want the weight on that leg that you're shifting towards. So shift, turn, but then it becomes kind of the same thing. Shifting and turning, shifting and turning. But the shift has to come first and then the turn. That's all. That make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Sure. Okay, now, this is going to be interesting. Because the third swing, I've never taught it in a Zoom environment before. It was challenging enough, excuse me, challenging enough in a live class. So we'll give it a go, but don't sweat it. If it doesn't come right away, we'll work a little bit on it. So what I'll show you, the shifting, this part remains the same. This remains the same. So what's going on below your navel? So watch me, please. Watch me. I know you're enjoying the swing, but just watch me. Whoever that is, still doing it. Yeah, thank you. So this is still the same. Yeah, but now the arms are going to change. So you got to pay attention. Watch. Okay, now, let's just do the arms together. So stand facing the camera. The arms are going to go up. And as they start to come down, take your right arm behind you, take your left arm across. Yeah, right arm behind, left arm across. Then they come back down, they go up. Then you're going to start to lower them as they come down, the left arm behind, the right arm across. Then they come down to go up, and they come down to go back. Right arm behind, left arm across. Down, up. As you lower them, left arm behind, right arm across. Down to come up, down to come across. Down to go up, down to come across, down to come up, down to come across. Let me have a look at you. Keep going. Down, come up, down to go across the other side. Good. Okay, not so bad. Now, come back to center. So now we bring the legs in. Bend the knees. Arms to come up. As they come down, you have to shift and turn the heel forward. Right side. Down to come up, feet together. Up. As the arms drop, shift your weight, turn your heel, arms out. As the arms come down, you're back in the center. Just do slowly first. Arms come up, shift your weight, turn the heel forward, and across. Down, center, up, shift, turn the heel, and the arms. And see if you can coordinate the whole lot together. Arms up, shift the weight, turn the heel, swing the arms. Arms up, shift the weight, turn the heel, swing the arms. Remember the legs are like the last one. Legs are the same as the second swing. Keep going. Let me have a look at you. Okay. Alright, relax for a second. Good effort, first time, good effort. So just when you come back with your arms, one goes straight across, the other one goes straight back. Don't take this one back here, or this one up here. It's in line with the shoulder. They drop, you shift, they swing, you shift, they drop. And then eventually there's a swinging action to it. Okay? So just for time, we'll continue. You might we'll go back over the recording, have a look at that between now and next Tuesday. We'll do it a few more times again, and it takes time. It took me a little while to get the coordination right. Okay. So, standing with the feet shoulder distance, slight bend in the knee, screw the knee out and down. So it's just a gentle screwing of the tendons to lock you in. Tongue in position, palms down, fingers face each other. We're doing lifting the sky. Looking down, inhale as the arms rise, look up, exhale through the mouth. Empty, look down, inhale through the nose, exhale, empty, inhale, head neutral, empty, inhale, head neutral, empty, inhale, head neutral, keep going. This one's very good for all the channels in the arms associated with the heart, the lungs, large intestine, small intestine, triple burner, pericardium. Keep the weight in the feet, keep the knees screwing out and down. Three more. As the arms come up, keep your kidneys relaxing back, tailbone releasing down. One more. Relax, keep the knees bent. Now we do fireworks. The hands cross. Inhale, reach up, hands turn away. Exhale, sink, bend into the knees, sink from the root of the thigh. Cross the arms, push through the legs to come up. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth, ha sound. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Try to change the cross of the wrist each time. Reaching out of the waist. Heavy on the feet, stress the legs to rise. 3 more. Keep going. Try to bend the knees more as you go down. Try not to bend from the hips